Today we are going to showcase the best attack strategy in Clash of Clans for Town Hall 10 right now. We also have a couple of exciting attacks towards the end of the episode, including this Valkyrie attack, something a little bit different after we've explained that best strategy. So let's get into it. Alrighty guys, the best attack strategy at Town Hall 10, looking at the army composition, it is the Witches. The brand new level 3 Witches gives you such a boost at Town Hall 10 and has skyrocketed themselves to be the best strategy. If you are new to my channel, be sure to subscribe for all of my Clash of Clans videos. But what you want to do, guys, is cut out an area of the base from one side and the other to send your main pack through the middle of the base. Now the Wall Wrecker will be your best friend. You can see the Town Hall at the opposite side of the base. You want to punch right the way through and ideally protect against the Inferno Towers. If they are set to single, you will use your freeze spells primarily to protect your Wall Wrecker. So as you can see, freezing the Clan Castle troops, freezing the single target Infernos, freeze the enemy queen. This is the Frozen Witch attack strategy and it works incredibly well. You have to get access through the base. You can see that Wall Wrecker getting all of the way through. If you cannot do that, your skeletons will go down incredibly quick, especially to splash damage defenses. Now when your Wall Wrecker finally does pop, you can see that we had bowlers. Valkyries are a good substitute as well. Get that rage spell in, get the heal spell in, because you want the bowlers to be able to shoot outwards onto the defenses. And what you can see as well is we still have the Archer Queen's ability. That is something you want to try your best to hold on to, because getting down to the end of it, it can often look like the witches are fanning out and starting to go down. You want to try and save your hero's abilities. Plenty left over on this one. Let's get into another example. On to the second example, a very similar army composition in that of 14 witches and 4 healers. The healers come incredibly handy in setting up that funnel and keeping your witches on the outside alive. Obviously, the Frozen Witch strategy also relies on the 7 freeze spells. Now, this can be adjusted depending on the base layout itself, but again, the Town Hall over to the west of the base, that means we're going to be coming in from the east, and you want to get access to the compartments with the Inferno Towers. That is your main path with the Wrecker. Now it's very easy on this one. King Melvin coming all of the way through from one side, nice and easy. 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock gets access to both of them Inferno Tower compartments. And again, use your freezers as needed. If you're losing a lot of skeletons or witches, you might decide to freeze the multi-Inferno. You might decide to freeze a wizard tower. Maybe something pops up onto your healers. You might freeze an air defense. Expos as well can be incredibly powerful to get through these skeletons fast. Use them freeze spells wisely to allow your skeletons to just gain access and get through the base. But again, your Wrecker is your main thing to protect here. You've got to get access through the base. So if your Wrecker is locked on by 3 Expos, the enemy queen, you've got to be freezing all of this stuff. It has to get through, otherwise you are going to have another plan, whether that be a jump spell or something else. And as you can see, bowlers within that clan castle helps to just fan out, get them defenses as soon as they pop out of the Wall Wrecker, and the skeletons and witches continue to do their job, saving onto them final few freeze spells. You can save your queen from a single Inferno doing that. We've still kept that ability, and as you can see, again, the healers on the outside just enable the witches to stay alive. Look at this situation. This witch would have gone down a long time ago, but actually the healers should have probably popped onto the other witch, but they didn't. The healers are able to keep onto the witches, keep them alive, and help you to get the 3 stars. All of these attacks by toxic rabbits, but let's move on to the next example. Just one more example for you guys. If you want to see all of my Town Hall 10 videos, be sure to head to my YouTube homepage and you will see the playlist. The healers and witches make up the bulk of the army here. Landon makes sure to just maximize on the amount of troops, only taking the wizard to help set up that funnel, and again 7 freeze spells. We have the rage and the heal for when the wrecker comes out of, or the troops, sorry, come out of the wrecker. And don't forget about that poison. Take a max level poison to get them clan castle troops down. Again, looking at where the town hall is, it's at the north of the base, so the wrecker is going to come from the opposite side straight through, and we can actually get access to both of these inferno towers. Remember, you have some ranged troops in there as well, so even if you don't get dead on into the compartment, you just have to allow your queen to hit them inferno towers. Now guys, I do understand that not everyone has the siege machine. In terms of high level war content, the siege machine is going to be the answer. So yes, most of the examples will have it, and it's going to be more difficult without it. This strategy uses the wall wrecker as a primary troop, so you'd have to take jump spells, you'd have to have less freeze spells. However, what you might have seen throughout these different attacks is we've swagged a lot of spells, so you might get away with that. Again, look in the middle of the base. Don't wait too long with the freeze spells. You can save onto them for the back end of the raid, but make sure you're just using them to protect your troops in the middle. We had so much damage in the center of the base here. We had freeze spells everywhere. We had the rage. We had the heal. It went down incredibly fast, and as we zoom out, you can see the witches on the outside continuing just to take this trash out, continuing to get that defense on the inside layer, whilst everything else pushes up towards the town hall. And again, with the witches, it can seem like they're going down incredibly fast, but actually look at it. We have 4 on the left. We have a couple coming around from the top. We have witches here as well. We've actually got a lot of troop capacity left on the battlefield right now. If you guys are interested in joining Toxic Rabbits or any of the clans I cover, please join my Discord. It is linked down in the description, and you can find everything you need to know. We are going to dive across into 2 other attack strategies, very fun ones, so make sure to stick around for them. And at the end of the video, I will link a video we did recently where we used 8 peckers to 3-star a Town Hall 10 base. But let's get on to the next attack. The next attack is the Valkyries, which you've seen, and this works incredibly well. You can see how tightly compact all of these defenses are within this little section of the base, so that is where we're going to get the Valkyries in. You do not have to worry about a jump spell. They will rip through that base with rage spells. You've seen a sneak peek of this at the start of the video, and you're going to see the whole raid now. So we have to create a funnel initially. A pecker, again, is a very good troop for doing that. Yes, you are committing a large amount of troop space, but it can get numerous buildings in. It's often difficult to clear the deeper buildings, but a pecker can do that incredibly well. Queen takes out the air defense before putting them healers in, and because of that pecker, the queen has to come down this way, and we are setting up the funnel for the Valkyries. The king and wizards is enough to send the Valkyries down this way. Notice how we put them in at the top first, so that they were drawn down over and then into the base, and with that rage spell, there is nothing going to stop them. They will rip through this base as long as you have the heal spells to keep them alive, because they can go down very quickly if they hit a giant bomb, and there's wizard towers there. But look at how quickly they get through them defenses. The healers swap to the Valks. We've got bowlers there as well, bouncing around, doing crazy amounts of damage, and that is how quick this base went down. We still have a slammer. Now at this point, we're just watching. We bring it in, or Toxic Kenny brings it in from the west. Now that is basically because you can't always know where the Valkyries will go. As much as we powered them into this area, it's a little bit tricky to know where they're going to go. Pathing can be so crazy with the Valkyries, but what you want to do is finish off the area the Valkyries missed with the slammer, and this raid drop a like down on this video because this was fantastic. Slammer barely even needed so many troops left alive. What a raid by Toxic Kenny. So I had to show you that one, and we have one more for you guys, so let's dive into that now. Okay, the final attack of this video. Many of you guys enjoy seeing the peckers, and like I said, we have a video linked after this attack with 8 peckers. This one uses 4, but also has 2 golems and bowlers in order to get into the base as well and try and rip through the inside. Now, often what you're trying to do is just get the peckers deep enough in order to then take out them final defenses. Let's have a look at how this one goes. So again, using the pecker in order to set up that funnel, it's actually tanky enough, so although the golems then come in from this side, we have one pecker coming down one side of the base and the other aimed to come down the other side. Couple of bowlers as well, just to help in terms of getting them buildings down quicker. Then we have golems, peckers and bowlers all pressing in towards this area of the base. Look at the funnel that has been set up here. The peckers do an amazing job at that, and here we go, straight into the base, straight into them defenses. Again, protect that wrecker if you do not have a jump spell. Many of the aspects of these 2 attacks you've seen at the end, you have to consider with the Frozen Witch as well, but right now, at the time of recording this, it is the best attack strategy at Town Hall 10. It is coming up to the middle of April 2019. Many of you guys often watch these videos later down the line. Things may have changed in terms of balance changes, but I'm telling you guys right now, if you're watching this, the witches to level 3 should be your priority at Town Hall 10. Again, once we've used them rage spells nice and early enough in the middle of the base, we get good bowler bounce value onto some of these buildings. We then are able to sneak straight the way through. Sometimes balloons can be good here as well, guys, just to sneak into. Maybe you've got some cannons or archer towers on the outside of the base, which the peckers, the king, the queen, whatever is tanking for. You can sneak them loons in, and this is one of the strategies similar to the witches, where it can just take a bit of time. Make sure that you are factoring that in. The peckers can be incredibly slow, they are incredibly strong, and as you can see, they are going to overwhelm this base, but just make sure you do not run out of time, guys. That is going to wrap it up for this one, though. I hope you have enjoyed it. The link is on your screen right now if you want to see the attack using 8 peckers to tear apart a Town Hall 10 base. Be sure to turn on that notification bell to see all of my videos when they come out. But until next time, guys, peace out.